This video is about iterators in Python. Iterator in Python is an object that is used to iterate over iterable objects, like lists, tuples, dicts, and sets. An iterator object is initialized using the iter method, and it uses the next method for the iteration process, so it returns the next value in that iterable object. When you use a for loop, for example, to go through an iterable object, internally, it uses the iter method to get an iterator object, which further uses next method to iterate over. It's good to know though that this method raises a stop iteration exception to signal the end of the iteration. Let's have an example on how iter and next methods work. Let's declare a variable called I_value, which stands for iterable value. And we will give it a value of a string, let's say apples. Let's declare a second variable called I_object, which stands for iterable object. And here we will use the iter method. And we will pass inside our iterable value. Now let's have a while loop. We'll say while true. As I want to show you the stop iteration exception, we will wrap our code inside a try except code block. So we'll say try, and we will iterate by calling the next method. And so we will declare a variable called item, and this will be equal to next method. And inside the next method, we will pass the I object. Then let's go ahead and print that item. And then except the stop iteration class. And let's go ahead and print a statement telling us that there are no more items to iterate over. And we will break out of that loop. All right, our code is done. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's have a second example on lists. So let's create another value. We'll call it I_value2. And this actually will be equal to a list with numbers from 1 through 5. And we will create a second I object. We will call it IObject2. We'll use the iter method, and we will pass inside the I value 2. And let's go down here and change the I object to be IObject2. Now, if we'll go ahead and try that, we get the numbers from 1 to 5. All right. So this was iterators briefly explained in Python.